Hello, my friends, brothers and sisters in Christ. Jim Beckwith reporting here at End Times Prophecy News. How you doing today? From Gateway Pundit, Trump-hating Democrat unfit to lead impeachment inquiry. Representative Andy Biggs introduces motion to censure liar Adam Schiff. What? You mean pencil neck is being blocked? Just like the left blocks us everywhere? That's right. Isn't this awesome? House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff went into damage control mode after the New York Times reported that he learned about the deep state spies allegations against President Trump several days before the officer filed a whistleblower complaint. The deep state spook filed a complaint on August 12th, my birthday, based on secondhand knowledge and hearsay of Trump's July 25th phone call to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. So Schiff had knowledge of the accusations and worked discreetly for up to 2 weeks. And on September 17th, he went on Miss NBC saying that he had no knowledge of it, blatantly lying to the public, just like he blatantly lied and made up words out of Trump's transcript of the phone call to Zelensky. And posted it and said it for all of America to hear. Schiff is now claiming he has never met with or spoken to the whistleblower. In fact, Schiff is claiming he doesn't even know the identity of the whistleblower. Lie, lie, lie. On Wednesday, Representative Andy Biggs, Republican of Arizona, introduced a motion to censure liar Adam Schiff. I have introduced a motion into the House of Representatives to censure Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff, Democrat of California, because he has disqualified himself to lead any impeachment proceedings against President Trump by his outrageous statements and conduct and deserves no sympathy. Imagine what the nation, the people of the United States are thinking of this. While Trump-hating House Democrats are backing Schiff in partisan solidarity, anyone taking a fair look at his actions over the past 2 years must conclude that he is unfit, Biggs says, to lead the Democrats' never-ending pursuit of the impeachment of duly elected President of the United States. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Democrat of California, has done Schiff no favor by giving him the high-profile assignment of spearheading the Democrats' anti-Trump crusade to overturn the results of the 2016 election. Blue blood, the Hungarian George Soros, they all work together. Adam Schiff, many say that he has blue blood in him. They all work together, the devils, to destroy nations. But their focus is to destroy this nation and bring forth lies after lies after lies about our wonderful president, And I have some more news. Not this one, but Judge Okay's Harvard racial preferences case may reach Supreme Court. Yeah, very good news. This is not really what I want, and I cannot read anymore because I have to subscribe to Epoch Times. Well, a federal judge rejected a civil rights group a challenge of affirmative action policies at Harvard University, ruling that its undergraduates college allegedly racially discriminatory policies adversely affecting Asian Americans are legally sound. But this is what I want to show you. The DOJ tells White House to keep notes of Trump's calls with foreign leaders. Wait a minute. The head of the DOJ is Attorney General Bill Barr, who is on the Trump Make America Great team. White House personnel on October 2nd were told by the U.S. Department of Justice that they must preserve notes regarding President Donald Trump's meetings and calls with foreign leaders now. The agency, wait a minute, you already got the CIA doing it for you. The agency has instructed relevant personnel to preserve the information, Justice Department lawyers wrote in a Washington, D.C. court filing PDF. According to the Washington Examiner, the latest filing in a district court is part of a federal lawsuit that was initiated by the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, a left-leaning watchdog group, earlier in 2019. Quote, this preservation instruction is consistent with and supplements the litigation hold already in effect in this action, which instructed relevant personnel to preserve all evidence relevant. to the claims and defenses in this case. The DOJ court documents also stated it further supplements pre-existing instructions to all White House personnel to preserve all presidential records, whether in hard copy or electronic form. Well, what happened to you when Obama was the pharaoh of U.S.? What happened to you then? You had nothing to say about him, huh? Right. Because the DOJ is 100% anti-Trump, except for the Attorney General, Bill Barr. That's right. The watchdog group filed an emergency restraining order on Tuesday that requested that the Trump administration preserve all records. Now, this also proves that the CIA or the DOJ is not bipartisan, is it? It is partisan politics throughout our 17 intelligence agencies. Anyway, the watchdog group filed an emergency restraining order on Tuesday that requested that the Trump administration preserve all records, including transcripts, notes about meetings or calls with foreign leaders, reported the Examiner. CNN previously reported that other than the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics, archivist groups such as the National Security Archive and Society for Historians of American Foreign Relations took part in the lawsuit. The lawsuit comes after House Democrats last week moved on an impeachment inquiry against Trump. Wait a minute. It came, what, after Nasty Pelosi started her inquiry of impeachment, accusing him of pressuring his Ukrainian counterpart in a July phone call with investigating former Vice President Joe Biden. And if anyone listens to it, you know he didn't pressure him, and you also have the witness that the President Zelensky said, Trump never pressured me. But we're going to go ahead with lies as usual. It comes as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi told ABC News on Wednesday, I think the president knows the argument that can be made against him, and he's scared. But Trump, however, dismissed the inquiry and said the Democrats have accomplished nothing, leading them to distract the American public with the impeachment proceedings. Quote, the do-nothing Democrats should be focused on building up our country, not wasting everyone's time and energy, he said, adding that it's what they have been doing ever since I got overwhelmingly elected in 2016, 223 to 306. Now, I want to shift here because I'll let you read the rest of this, but here they're going to go into the Adam Schiff and all that, you know, what we already reported on. But you constantly have this argument about how Trump was and even Hillary Clinton says that he is a what's the word? Wasn't really elected president. He is unofficial. There's another word for that. I'm sure you know. Okay, so because the popular vote was slightly higher than the electoral vote, the popular vote was slightly higher in favor of Hillary winning the Trump for the 2016 election, right? And the electoral vote was a landslide of 306 to 223, as you see here. Now, I want to show you something. Okay, so I've never showed you this, but the constant ear lies about how the electoral vote is a lie, and that it should only be popular vote, and all these Democrats are saying, I want my vote to count, says the illegal aliens, and says all the left, the pink pea hat protesters, okay? But here's the truth of what really goes on. They say that my votes don't count because people in rural areas are getting much more electoral votes than we. Really? No. Here are the facts with the U.S. Electoral College. Distribution of electoral votes. Electoral votes are allocated among the states based on what? Census. Every state is allocated a number of votes, electoral votes, equal to the number of what? Senators. Every state has 2 senators, a total of 150 states total, times 2 is 100. And representatives in its congressional delegation. Those representatives are according to census. And so we have 438 or 435 in the House, which are the representatives of the people Okay, when you add 100 senators, then you come up with 3 extra. Why? Because it says in its U.S. congressional delegation, and 2 votes for its senators, like I said, in the U.S. Senate, plus a number of votes equal to the number of its members in the U.S. House of Representatives. So you have a total of 538 electoral votes, 435 in the House, plus 100 Senate, equals 535. You have a total of 3 more. And the majority needed to win the presidency is 270, if you're not sure. Okay, so you look at the population and you see it makes perfect sense. Alabama, 9, Alaska, 3, Arizona, 11. Look at California. It's always a blue state, huh? For the Democrats. And it was in 2016. But it's not fair. Right. Sure. Look at Florida, big state, 29. A little more than half of what California has, right? Illinois, 20. You see? I mean, it just makes perfect sense. It's the truth. Electoral vote college is not slanted. No, but here's the truth of it, folks. The sanctuary cities are in all these big cities, which are mostly in big states. Not always true, though. Okay, but Georgia only has Atlanta as a sanctuary state. But look at New York. The whole city is a sanctuary city. In fact, I think it's the whole state. But in California, the whole state is a sanctuary city. I'm sorry, the whole state of California is a sanctuary state now. Okay? Declared by Governor Gavin Newsom. Okay, so so the point here is they already have their strongholds. The Democrats have their strongholds of sanctuary states that vote always Democrat. But what do the Republican conservatives have? We have no strongholds. We have none. We have no declared sections that are actually apolitical. You see that? And they still lost in 2016. And they still are being arrested for so much voter fraud over and over. It's amazing, isn't it? And this comes with all the brainwashing of the millennials in the professing to be wise professors in the indoctrination centers called schools and colleges. State schools and colleges. And even your Christian colleges are indoctrination centers as well, just not as bad. It's sick. Very sick world we live in. But the point here is, it's a big lie about the Electoral College being unfair and not counting your votes. Now, thank you for listening, and don't forget, for only 66 cents a month, you can donate and support my ministry and news service. Thank you all for those who have already donated. I have a PayPal on the front of my YouTube channel, and my P.O. Box is 16 Midway, Georgia 31320. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.